Let's try everything again. Whew. Hello and welcome to the first January live update that I'm doing, first monthly live update. So instead of but other than just doing devlogs every now and then, I've decided I am going to do these live updates to show off kind of what I'm doing, because I don't always have time to make devlogs, and instead of letting the channel die, I thought, why not just do like these monthly updates in between devlogs, so then I'm actually kind of talking to you guys a little bit, and it has the added benefit as well of that while I'm going through the work I'm doing, someone could pop into the chat and stop me and say, can you do a deeper dive, and or ask me questions on the stuff they're doing, because a lot of people on this channel are making their own games as well. So that's the plan. And yeah, let's jump into the update, and if someone joins in, we can stop and say hi and have a chat. So let's start with where we stopped. So the last devlog was a good few months ago. How's the video looking? Is it still good? I think it's still good. All right. So this is kind of what the game looked like in the last devlog, where it looks pretty basic, but it is working quite well. It has a lot going on. What I don't like about it is the lighting's kind of messed up, and the tiles colors are getting messed up as well. The colors are getting messed up because the lighting's messed up. It's affecting the colors a little bit too much. So what it looks like now, after what I've done, is quite a big refactor, because that project as well was just full of asset packs and stuff that I was playing around with, and I got really bloated and slow. So I pulled everything out. I pretty much only have Tactics Toolkit and another asset pack called Flat Kit, which is for shaders that I'm using. Well, I can do a little build and show you. This is take 2, and in take 1 the build actually broke, so I found a bug. So hopefully this goes a bit smoother. This is my beautiful main menu, never mind that. So when we enter in, you see the lighting is way nicer, and the colors are way nicer on the tiles. These are actually the colors that I drew on the tiles, and not whatever kind of messed up green that was getting highlighted. So if I go ahead and I place my dudes on the map, how the mechanics have changed, it's actually, there's another little problem, both those boys are spawned in the same square, which isn't what I want. But anyway, how the mechanics have changed is, you see the UI is completely gone, and what I want to do is, instead of having buttons, I want to be the whole game to be playable without UI. So every character has 3 abilities. They have a self ability that if they mouse on themselves they can cast. They have an ally ability. If I mouse on an ally I can cast, and I have a enemy ability. So if I mouse on an enemy I'll attack them or whatever. I am going to move out of this way over here. Jesus. Because I want those guys to split up before I do anything. So he just cast his little fireball on me. Excuse me. Oh, come on guys, move. That's him. That's another bug as well, where I think if I move the mouse while he's doing the action, it will stop the action, which is fine. I think I knew about that anyway, I just hadn't bothered fixing it yet. So we hit him. Oh, he just took my archer out completely. But we can heal my guy over here. He just healed himself. Let's get rid of him. We can kill you. That's, yeah, because I moved the mouse again. I gotta stop doing that. This dude is just going for a wander as well. He's dead. Let's go try and get this guy. That's it, and we won. That was not the smoothest demo. The last one was way smoother, but at least it didn't break completely. I'm going to write down that thing about the mouse as well before I forget. flying around or, you know, action is breaking. On mouse move. Okay, that's an easy one to fix. That's not the biggest deal. Oh. Another thing I wanted to talk about as well. We can talk about what's going on visually a little bit. The whole thing is really inspired by a game called Fate Tactics, if anybody's played that before. So let's start it up. Fate Tactics is like a really minimalist tactics game, and it is kind of the same way. Every character has 3 abilities, and it depends on just the what is it? It's like they're like monsters, and depending on what monster it is, that's the ability it has. So I want my characters to have these kind of like equipable abilities, and you can kind of create builds, you know, because it's going to be a roguelike in the end, and I want it to be fast. And the way you're going to like build out your party as you go through the maze or whatever is going to be getting different spells equipped to them and upgrading the spells, and then hopefully we'll be able to come up with like some cool builds using that is the plan. Another thing I want to talk about is with FlatKit. That's what this kind of outline is using FlatKit. I had that in the last one, but I didn't say anything about it. These little props are made using Blockbench, and then the problem with the shadows as well is that now the sprites are casting their own shadows, but I don't really like it, and I don't know if I'm going to keep it because they aren't aligned to the character. The reason is, on an isometric map, the sprites are rotated to face the camera, but the shadows are getting reflected from the sun, so it's just not aligned, because this foot here isn't actually on the ground, so that's why it's not aligned. I can show that even better. And I wanted to show people it because I don't know how to fix it, and I don't know what my solution is. And I used to have the kind of like a circle shadow on the bottom, but when you jump up these hills, it didn't work very well. So I like the shadows for when you're jumping up here. I think it looks quite good. But when the shadow's coming down, you have to do a bunch of code to make the shadow like get smaller and bigger. It was also just an image, so in between the jumps, I would need to like, you know, cut the image. Or like, I don't know, I don't think it would work having an image just as a placeholder, because I think the whole thing would break. Let me check the video. I think it looks okay. It still says excellent. Nobody's here yet, are they? No, anybody here? Testing. Yeah, that's working. What I should have done is actually post this in the Discord. The Discord, follow it by the way, if anybody wants to see it. So I just put it in the Discord, so maybe someone might pop in soon. Yeah, so the problem I wanted to talk about is if I mouse on the guy, so you can see all these sprites are rotated to face the camera, which looks good from the camera's perspective, but in real life, like in the real world game scene, they are at an angle, so the feet aren't actually on the ground, and that's what makes the shadow disaligned like this. Which is annoying because I want this. I think like if I look at the top half of the body, it looks really good, but the bottom half looks kind of shit. So that's something I have to solve, along with fixing a lot of the bugs that are happening around this whole system. Yeah, I also want to improve the overlay. I think the overlay looks kind of crap at the minute, and it doesn't really work. It's kind of janky. So this is our attack range, or like enemy attack range, so we know we can hit him. But my ally attack range is kind of with the healing spell I have, the attack range is 5, while my attack range is only 3. So they can be way out of range, and I would still be able to hit them. Oh, he just got one shot. I need to lower the damage on the spells as well. I feel like they're actually taking damage more than once, because they didn't used to get one shot and now they are. So that is another bug. Actually, I think I need to write down. Check damage. And ally attack range, spell range. So and that's really all I have to update. And nobody's here. I was kind of hoping someone would pop in and ask questions. But if nobody's here, I suppose I'll just do a little bit of work. And if someone pops in, say hi. I can actually just look at fixing these bugs that I've discovered thanks to trying to live stream it. You do it on your own, and everything's good. And then it comes to demo. It's same at real life work as well. It comes to demo to whoever it is you want to demo it to, and the whole thing fucking blows up. It's always the same. So let's jump in to the code. So it's all a bit of a mess. The downside to not working consistently is you can't really sit and take the time to properly plan out all your systems, because you're just working like a half an hour here and a half an hour there, so you end up just doing things the fastest possible way you can think of. And you end up with some ugly code at the end of the day. So all of the controls are centered around basically 3 files. I have this character tone manager, which used to do everything, but then as I've been refactoring, it does practically nothing now. So this is going to be gotten rid of, I think. Its main job now is to feed data to the characters. And that's really all it's doing. So it tells the character what we're moused on top of, and it tells the character if it's its tone or not. And that's basically it. And then we have 2 different files which all inherit from the same one. So go to you. The character manager is the player character, which has some controls inside of it. I have the enemy AI, which has all the AI in it. And then I have both of them inherit from the entity, which has some kind of stuff that every character has, like the health management, taking damage and dying and stuff like that. I think I can probably make both of them more generic, because now both of these files still have some duplicate code. I think they both have the same movement in it, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Move, where's the move? Maybe I am wrong. Is the move here? Where is the move code? It has leveling up, which I don't even know if I'm going to have leveling up in the game anymore, so that's also not needed. Move. Oh, it is in the... Oh, no, it's not. I have no idea. I got no fucking idea where the move code is. Whatever, doesn't matter. Where on earth did I put it? Oh, it's in actions. Okay, I remember. I moved everything to an action queue. So let's use this. We'll use the enemy AI for example, because I think I'll really get stuck with enemy AI. Oh, can't fuck. My bad, man. Cheers for letting me know. Hi, how are you? Hi, Matt. How are you? Thanks so much for letting me know, because I wasn't paying attention. I'm on an ultra wide monitor, and I had to lower the resolution because the stream was getting really choppy. So I had to lower the resolution. That's why it was getting cut off. Thanks for letting me know. I'll have to remember that. I need to like put a line on the screen so I don't maximize the windows. So yeah, I'll start again. How are you, by the way? Thanks so much for the comment. Glad you're enjoying the vlogs. You weren't here in the beginning. I was just talking about how I'm gonna start doing these kind of streams more often to give updates instead of doing devlogs. Not instead of, I still want to make devlogs, but because it takes a long time to get to a stage where I can make a devlog, I think these might be nice things to do just to kind of catch up with people and say hi and show them that I haven't given up, and I don't want to let the channel die either. I'm doing good, man. Thanks very much. Just busy, busy with life. You know yourself. How is you're the first person to comment? How is the stream quality? Is it laggy, or is the audio bad or anything like that? I was live on a separate stream there a while ago, and it was quite laggy. It blew me completely off because it was going nice and smooth, and it completely frazzled me. But I just need practice, I think, of speaking for a long time. That's all. Once I learn, get used to it. I tried doing some actual walk live as well. Oh, nice one. Awesome. So yeah, I'll start again. What I was talking about. So the new control system and kind of is all centered around 3 files. There's this one that used to do everything, but as I started writing the enemy AI, everything got more and more split up. So this really just tells people, it tells the characters who's active, and it tells it what tile we're moused on top of at the minute. Then if I go into the enemy AI for an example, because I think it's probably a little bit cleaner than the character manager, when their turn starts, we look at all of the spells that they can do. So every character has 3 spells. A spell they can cast on themselves, an ally, or an enemy. and they will choose the best spell based on lots of different variables. At the minute, it's basic. It's just what does the most damage, what heals the most. So if I go to the best spell action method, it will. So for an ally, it gets all of the characters that will be hit by the spell that it can hit with the spell. It kind of adds up all of the healing it can do, and then if someone's like close to dying, we inflate it a little bit because we want to save someone that's close to death if we have that option. So that's super basic. So what's missing here is that it doesn't have any like character positioning involved. Ideally, like a mage or something, or a ranged character would want to be as far away as possible. When at the minute, I think it does stay as far away as possible. It just doesn't care. It might randomly end up right beside the enemy, and it won't want that. And then the enemy attack is even simpler, where the damage of the spell, and then if the inverse as well. If someone's close to dying, we inflate it. So if you can kill someone, you should kill someone, right? And then once we know what we want to do, everything gets put into an action queue, and that is like an order of actions that the AI will take before it completes its turn. So action 0, action 1 is a movement action, so it's going to move somewhere. Then it says attack action, but really that's just like a cast a spell, so that includes healing as well, isn't that attack action? So I need to rename that. But once we kind of create a queue, we start the first action, and then we have a bunch of code like view action is in the update if we are currently moving, keep moving, and then once the moving has stopped, we want to start the next action, and if we have no more actions left, we want to end our turn. And that's super simple. And then the character is the exact same. Well, it also has an action queue, so it's all reused code. And then so this is pretty limited as well, so it has like the movement code in here, moving along a path, and it also has cast ability logic as well, so it will like get all the characters within the AoE sphere or with the spell radius, and it will apply effects and damage and healing and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this chunk of it. What's messed up is I think the overlay is all kind of messed up more than anything else. So the character controller works kind of the same. I think there's a bunch of unused code in here that I need to pull out. But it does the same thing, except it's all player controlled, obviously. So we need to control it all based on what the active tile is. So once it's their turn, the overlay activates and you can see what's in range. And then as we mouse around, we do different things. So we will draw the pass with the line rounder. Hey man, how are you? How's things? Just going through an update on everything I've been doing and how the new system works. Welcome. So yeah, so as you mouse around, the line rounder updates and it draws the movement part, and then once the movement part finishes, we draw an arc to just because it looks a bit nicer when we draw an arc. Where is that code? God. Tile character. There's the pass, display spell. That was there. Yeah, so I was able to, like, from point A to point B, just draw like this nice thing, and it looks really good, I think. So far so good, Mags. This is actually the second stream. I went live earlier and it was going a lot smoother, but the stream itself started lagging on me and I didn't know why. So I had to restart and lower the resolution and everything, and it seems to be okay now. I don't think it's been lagging so far. Oh no, not you. What are you doing here? So, can you not see? With your old man eyes? How are you? Is that better? I'll see you this weekend. Yeah, instead of making videos anymore, Stefan, I'm gonna try and do this instead, and I can just show people what I'm doing. That way I don't have to wait like 3 months in between videos. I'll show you where the game's at right now. I think a lot of people missed my demo in the beginning. I'll even do a build because it runs a bit nicer on a build. So I'll just spawn my dudes anyway. So I've gotten rid of all the UI. So instead of having like buttons to move and press your spells. Yeah, exactly. So I'm thinking like, if I'm just showing off here, people can like stop me and ask me, oh, can you show me how that works? And then I'll be like, yeah, no bother. I can just show you. Because I get comments in the devlogs all the time, and like I can't like just dump a load of code into a YouTube comment because it just looks like shit. So I think this is the better option. But yeah, instead of the buttons, now every character has like 3 spells. You have like something you can cast on yourself, so I'll click on myself right now and heal myself. You can cast something on an enemy, and you can cast something on an ally. And the idea is when you're playing the game, you'll unlock different spells, and you can create like a build using that. And I'm hoping it just speeds up the game a lot more, because these types of games are always really fucking slow. I think that's a big problem with them. So this is my solution to try and make something super quick, is just by yeah, that's exactly what that's it. Just no buttons means everything's going to be faster, is the idea. So yeah, I can play this out. So yeah, so you can see here, so what's happening is when I mouse over this dude, I've just updated my action queue. So there's a movement action to here, and then that arc is the attack action, if that makes any sense. So I'll click, my guy will walk there, he'll do his animation, and then he just killed that dude straight away. I wrote down a bug. I think I'm attacking them multiple times somewhere, so that's why everyone's getting one shot. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's definitely the last 2 months has been a big update. For like in the last devlog, the whole thing was actually really chugging a lot because I had too many assets and stuff in it. So this is actually a brand new project that I just imported everything I had before, and it runs way smoother now, and it looks way better as well. I had the video from before. Yeah, so this is what it looked like 2 months ago, which at the time I thought looked pretty damn good, but now it looks like absolute ass. I think it looks like total shit. I think this is just the tiles look so much nicer now, because I actually got the lighting working properly then, when before the lighting was messing everything up. yeah, I'll finish this up and see if we find any new bugs. Fuck you. Oh, there's a bug. I showed that earlier, so I know that exists. I wrote that down. If I move the mouse while they're doing anything, it breaks. So, but I know about that. Okay, cool. He actually killed himself there because he tried to hit everybody with the fire spell and he hit himself. So he's had to kill himself. And I broke the game because he killed himself. Let me just write that down. Don't mind me. Mage broke the game. Mage broke the game when he killed himself. Fuck's sake. What a disaster. Before I went live, I was like testing it for like half an hour because I didn't want to like do this with the whole thing being broken, and I swear to God everything was working fine, and I've written down like 6 bugs since I started streaming. It's always the way, even in walk, whenever I have to show like the boss walk or anything like that, it's like, yeah, this is perfect, man, and then I go to show the boss and the whole thing just explodes. At the minute, Matt, it's just bug fixing, man, really. Like, I'm trying to get this polished and getting the overlay to make sense. So, like, because right now, the overlay, it shows... If I start it again, I don't really know how to do it where it's going to be nice, because so this is max movement range, and then like this is max movement range plus the attack range, if that makes sense. I think that bit does make sense, but the ally spell, so do you know I have 2 range spells, right? I got my attack spell and my healing spell. The healing spell isn't has a higher range than the attack spell, but you can't see that here because I don't have a nice way to represent that. So I'm trying to figure that out, basically, is what I'm getting at. I'm trying to figure out the overlay and make it nice and scalable so that it can really do anything I want it to do. And then once I get all the bug fixes, I'm gonna try and do some UI. I think UI after that is what I want. Yeah, that's the plan going forward. I try to save visual stuff because when I get kind of fed up or bored of programming, I take a break and try and do something visual. Like, I randomly created these sticks and stones one day to get them and made them pop in. There's no reason at all. I didn't need to do that, but I just needed a break from coding, so I just made a stick, and it was class. I'm using something called Blockbench for my 3D models because it's really easy to use and import stuff. I think it's going to be good. Oh, excuse me. I think that's going to be good because I don't plan on making like any really complicated 3D models. It's all going to be stuff like this, like little sticks and trees and rocks and, you know, really basic things just to make the world feel more alive. Yeah, something like that. I think so. I did have, it's still there actually, if I mouse over this dude. So maybe it's hard to tell, but so the colors are actually getting combined. So like, it's supposed to be green when you mouse over a character. No, I'm not adding buildings. That's not really the plan. It's just going to be it's just going to be auto-generated maps. Is the plan, I think. So at least for the first area, you're going to start off in like a forest. Hey Derek, how are you doing, man? So the first area is going to be all like forests and stuff, and then I don't know. Once you beat the forest, then maybe there'll be like you'll be inside like a dungeon or something after that, and I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead, to be honest. Trying to get this map to look good is hard enough. Cheers, Matt. So the idea was, to like have green for the ally. Yeah, it's actually a lot inspired by a game called Fate Tactics. If you've heard of that before. So it is kind of the same thing where it has every monster has 3 attacks. It has like a self, an ally, and an enemy attack. And I really enjoyed that. I thought it felt a lot faster. Hey Adam. Thanks, man. I'm glad I could help you out, and it wasn't too complicated. Those videos are heavy. There's a lot going through, so I'm delighted people are finding it useful. I think that's where most of the subscribers on the channels come from, is from those tutorials. So I'm glad I did them. But yeah, they're heavy, so they are. So fair play for getting through it and being able to use it in college. I remember when I was in college trying to do game stuff, fucking 10 years ago. It was a nightmare trying to find good stuff. So it's good that the game dev community has perked up so much since the last couple of years, especially around Unity. There's so much out there. Oh yeah, I was just talking about Fate Tactics. Yeah, it is a every monster. You should definitely. I think it's really good, man. The story is kind of dung. It's not even that the story's bad. The way it's told is bad. And I think that's probably really hurt it a lot. But like all these games have kind of bad stories if you think about it. But it's fast. That's why it's fast and it's minimalist. And I want to do something like that. I want like fast and minimalist. Hey Jonathan, how you doing, man? No worries, dude. Yeah, just doing it because I don't have time to do devlogs as much, so I'm just gonna try and pop on like once or twice a month and show you guys what I'm doing. And if anybody ever wanted to see something deeper or had wanted to talk about the game or their games, I'm happy to sit and chat for an hour or two every once in a while. But progress has been going good. It's been steady. Once I get these bugs resolved, I'll be able to really polish it up and make it like feel nice when I do things. I want attack effects as well, because right now they just do the animation and nothing really happens. Like I want to like launch some kind of healing ball, but that doesn't happen. It's just he just points his stick at you and you heal. It's partially done. The orc guy does have an attack effect. Let's see if I can get close to him and you can see. He has the swipe that I did before. Oh fuck, I did it again. But even then it's kind of jank. It's not great. But that's just a positioning thing. Like that's not actually anything wrong with the system. It's just the actual art is bad. Oh no, don't kill him. Yeah, so see, there was a big attack blow. Oh, look at us going crazy now. They don't know what to do. Yeah, there was an attack blow, and that's what was triggering the damage. Which is what I need to do with everybody. I need to like work on projectiles. Which I had working in the previous version, but it didn't really work with the new code, so I need to redo it. That's just gonna have to come eventually. Stop spazzing out. I've got like 15 more minutes. I might try and fix one of these bugs while I'm here, because why the hell not? If somebody has a question, you can ask me, and in the meantime, I'm going to try and see if I can do some code. So one of the bugs that just popped up there while I was demoing is the entire thing breaks if I move the mouse while an action's taking place. So it just basically pauses everything. And I know why. What's happening is as I'm mousing on someone, that's creating an action queue, and then when I click, it executes the queue. So what's happening is that when I click and move, I'm overriding the queue, and I need to stop from doing that. So it's actually quite a simple fix. Let's see if the enemies do it as well. Yeah, I think I just broke it for the enemy as well, because I was moving the mouse around. He's after getting spazzed, and he's after actually breaking on me as well. So cool, that's actually a simple enough fix that needs to be done. So let me think. Yeah, if I need a indicator if they're doing something. Oh god, is this better for you guys? Because I'm not used to the code being zoomed in. Ugh, yuck. There is so much unused stuff here. I really need to go through this and remove a lot of it. Yeah, exactly, man. You know exactly what to do, man. Exactly. We just need a boolean, and we need to check it on the set active tile. Overbool. Let me see if I can. The code is acting. It's false. And I put it in the entity, so then I can actually access this from the AI and the character manager. So here I'll do active tile. Where is it? Where the fuck is set active tile? Set. Oh. The enemy that might have even been another bug that caused him to break. Here, anyway. If is acting. But come on. That's it. That should fix that. I need to set it to true when we start acting as well, though. And set it to false when we stop. So is acting equals true. And then here is acting equals false. And that should actually fix that bug, I think, if I was correct on what it is. I don't know what broke the enemy now, because they actually don't even care about the active tile. So I'll have to think about that. Yeah, nice. Fixed. There we go, look at that. Live programming. Where would you get it? Where would you fucking get it? Huh? You even get to see me scribble in my little book live as well. Action breaking on mouse move. Let me just scribble that out. Where would you fucking get it? That's brilliant. Why did the enemy break? Heal him. No, yeah, it's not. It wasn't the mouse movement. It was just a coincidence that he broke when I was moving around last time. So there's another thing in there somewhere. I don't know. I don't know what could be causing him to break. The enemy AI is a bit janky in general. I think they do a few things kind of strangely that needs more added to it. Like, because he's so far away, it's almost like he can't see us. I need to add in, like, you know, if there's nothing to do, just move to the closest target. And the old AI used to do that, but the old AI walked with like a list of abilities instead of just 3 specific ones. So I thought it'd be better to rewrite it from scratch because I hadn't done an AI in a long time, but yeah, it is what it is. Why is that not in range? Oh, another one with the AoE, it hits everybody. So me hitting him with the fireball actually warned my own guy. Yeah, and he broke again. So the warrior is breaking the game somehow. And it's not throwing any arrows or anything, so that's going to be a delightful to try and solve. Whatever's happening now. It's like he can't do an action, and so his turn is never ending. Which sucks. I don't know. But anyway, I'm glad that the player when moved was fixed so easy. Enemy broke. Check damage. We can check the damage and see if take damage is getting called more than once. So I suspect it is. That's why everyone's getting one shot. I could almost do it another refactor after this is all done because I think a lot of the old code is still active and it's kind of interfering with some of this stuff. I had a bug earlier today where start tone was getting called more than once, which was causing the overlay to kind of mess up. Where do I want to go? I want to go to entity, take damage. It has 9 usages, so probably is getting called more than once. Action's calling it. Stat is calling it. That's fine. Projectile's calling it. That's fine. They aren't being used at the minute. The ability controller and battle controller, they're old as well. See, this is the stuff here. The events are where it gets tricky. Let's just debug it here and see what happens. Okay, so there's one. Ah, yeah, it is getting called more than once. 2, 3. Yeah, it got called 3 times. 1, 2. It called twice there. 1, 2. That should be another pretty easy fix. this should be another easy fix as well. I just gotta put a breakpoint everywhere it says take damage. And I'll find out where. So this is the one it should be calling. That's the this cast spell in the action. Let's go to the. I've disabled these, so let me just double check. Yeah, I mean they're disabled unless this doesn't mean shit when they're inactive. It might not mean shit if they're inactive and it's still getting called. I have to go through all my events and properly look at it. Got one there. We got one there. And well, I don't think it's in stat. Usage out of scope of solution. Alright. Let's do that. Go from there and see what happens. So action is correct. Take damage. Action. Take damage. I did. Oh, it's. The action itself is happening more than once. Oh, look at this, the in-range characters. The same guy's getting added twice, so that's why he's taking damage twice. Where's this? Fucking shape pattern, man, is always causing me problems. I think. I have an idea. Should look up. Set this to false. I think that's it. Okay. Fucking hell. Yeah, he's not getting one shot anymore. So that was it. So the bug is if this is set to true, include origin set to true, we add the origin to the affected tiles. The origin for a single target spell is where the mouse is, and that's probably getting added somewhere in here as well. So this whole bit of code isn't even needed. I don't think its code's needed. I mean, I just set the default, so obviously it's not needed. Let me check. Well, the spell, the AoE spell works. See if there's any other bugs. If I cast on myself, that works. If I cast on an ally, that still works. Yeah, that's it. That's that bug fixed, I think. If I attack, it's still good. He just healed himself successfully. Heal yourself. Let's get this dude. He's too far away. He doesn't know where he's going. I need to fix that as well. These boys. Shouldn't be in range, I don't think. Can't tell if it's the overlay that's broken or it's me that's, if it's the range finding. He should be 3 away. Does this count as 3? No, it doesn't count as 3. That's 4. So it actually looks like the targeting. Fuck me. Hey Brett, how are you doing, man? Thanks so much, dude. Years ago, oh god. Don't remind me that fucking I've been doing this fucking years. It's been good though. It's been enjoyable. It's blown by, to be honest. I had no idea. It always surprises me when I look back at how long I've been making videos. It's like, I think the very first devlog was like in the middle of COVID, so that's 4 or 5 years ago. And I still don't have a prototype yet. I'll get a prototype eventually. You just found me find another bug. Came at just the right time. But I also fixed the bug. So, where the fuck would you get it? Where would you get it? Another bug fixed. Fucking brilliant. So, spell range is 1 longer than it should be, basically. Oh, okay. What time is it? I think it's getting pretty close to dinner time for me, guys. It's 8:30 here. So I'm getting pretty hungry. And I have a pregnant wife downstairs that I imagine is getting hungry too. So it might be getting dinner time for me. But that was good. That was good. I got to do an update and even fix 2 bugs. So that was a good hour, I think. Useful. Cheers, dude. Cheers, man. Yeah, I think it's a pretty big improvement since the last video. I spent a lot of time looking into like getting the lighting working properly and making sure the colours on my tiles are correct. I had it open beforehand, the last video, and the colours are actually of the tile itself are the same, but the lighting is messing everything up. And at the time I thought this looked fine, but I think it looks like ass now, so I'm glad I was able to update it. I think it's a massive improvement visually so far, but there's still lots to be done, to be honest. I'll be excited when I get UI and some more UX stuff in, and some attack effects. I think they are the 3 things I want to get done, and that would be like, this is a visual prototype done and dusted. It's all working then once I get the UI in. Which is exciting because I want by the end of the year to have like a combat demo done. Not a demo for the full game because I have other stuff I want to do. Dead on, man. I didn't know you were still here. Cheers, Steph. Yeah, I'm gonna be hopping off now soon as well because I think I'm getting a Chinese, but without a beer, unfortunately. Hey Swan, how are you, man? I was just about to pop off. Thanks for stopping in. Actually, I'll just text Force to see if she is actually hungry. Because if she's not hungry, I can stick around. Cheers, man. Yeah, when I get the all of the bug fixes and some attack effects in. I think I'm going to try and edit all this into a video. The reason I'm making the live stream is because I can give like a little update in between devlogs. Instead of making people wait like 4 months in between videos, I can do this like every, you know, couple of weeks, and we can actually type into. Oh, jeez, I'm showing you the wrong the chat. There's nothing good, there's nothing bad in there anyway, thankfully. I'm asking her if she wants Chinese because it's dinner time. Yeah, I should be keeping an eye on the stream, making sure I don't do stuff like that. Yeah, she wants Chinese. Yeah, she just sent me side-eye emoji when I mentioned Chinese, so that means I'm getting Chinese. Alright, awesome guys. Thanks so much for everyone who stopped in and chatted. Means a lot. This went better than I thought it was going to go. Even it started a bit rough. I didn't know what I was saying, but yeah, this went better than I thought it was going to go. So yeah, I don't know when I'm going to pop back online. It's not going to be like, the reason I'm not doing this on Twitch or anything like that is because I'm not going to be doing it that regularly. But it's 2.5D. So it's in between. So it's 2D character sprites, but the map is 3D. It's all 3D models. Because I thought making a 2D game is obviously way too easy, and I'm a glutton for punishment. The main advantage of having a 3D map instead of a 2D map is you can like zoom and actually mess with the map way more. So it just adds kind of some depth to the maps. When 2D you can't do like rotation in 2D, obviously. I suppose you could do zooming, but yeah, this is why I think I was really inspired by a game called Triangle Strategy. Triangle Strategy is like my favorite tactics game. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's one. It has its own challenges though, like the shadows are all messed up. Like, see the shadows on my guys. It's not aligned properly, but I like the shadows, so I don't want to get rid of them. But I also don't know how to fix it. The reason the shadows aren't aligned is because the sprites are rotated to face the camera, so it looks good from the camera's perspective. But in like the game mode, the feet aren't even on the ground, so that's why you have this like they aren't aligned with the feet. Which maybe I'm kind of hoping people just won't notice unless I keep pointing it out. But yeah, it definitely has its challenges doing 3D. But visually I think it's nice. I like it a lot more, I think, having a 3D map. Right, I'm gonna go because I have to order off food for the guys, or for my wife. Thanks lads. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Maybe do this like every 2 weeks or something like that. Minimum once a month, definitely once a month, but maybe every 2 weeks or something like that. I'll pop on and say hi to everyone. And the next video should be next month. Realistically, it shouldn't take too long to fix all the bugs and get something looking nice. Cheers, man. See you guys. Thanks for popping in.